Hey Cleveland, coming up on today's show, it is a pizza party. Yes, David and I are taking you all over Northeast Ohio in search of the best pizza pies around. Some known for their crust, others for their sauce. Let the festivities begin with an Akron favorite called Giuseppe's Pizza.
Giuseppe's Pizza is the local authority on pizza with our traditional pan-style, Midwestern-style pizza that's homemade in as many aspects as possible. Since we're located about halfway between New York and Chicago, we're right in between the thin crust in New York and the deep dish in Chicago, and the pizza reflects that. So we get a pan-style that's real popular. It's kind of the best of both worlds, where you get the thin, crispy bottom, but a nice, fluffy, bread-like texture in between. Giuseppe's was started by my grandmother, Angeline, back in 1963. It was a way for her to provide for her 4 children as a single mom. I'm the 3rd generation of ownership. My father was 2nd generation, and he's responsible for a lot of our success, a lot of our growth. I'm just fortunate enough to have bought it from him and try to modernize it and take it to the next level.
Okay, my small sausage, mushroom, red pepper, and spicy sauce.
Some people will say the secret's in the dough, some people will say the secret's in the sauce. I think the secret is more in the entire handling of your pizza. It's not necessarily this ingredient or that ingredient, it's the amount of effort and love that you put into the entire process from step one. In front of me is our deluxe pizza, which is by far our best-selling specialty pizza. Next to that's our margarita pizza. It has so much impactful flavor that a lot of people love it. We have our antipasto salad, which has become a staple of our menu. It's got pepperoni, ham, salami on top of the provolone cheese, which really makes the salad. Our chicken wings have become more and more popular as the years have gone by. So we have mild wings and barbecue wings, which are just 2 of the 8 sauces that we offer at Giuseppe's. And then something else we're known for at Giuseppe's is our sub sandwiches. Our classic Italian deli sub has the great trio of salami, ham, and capicola with provolone cheese. And then our meatball subs, our top selling sandwich by far. We sell a ton of meatball subs at Giuseppe's week in and week out. We make our dough in-house every day, starting early in the morning. It's grandma's recipe, it hasn't changed in the last 55 years. We make our own pizza sauce in-house too. It's a traditional red pizza sauce that goes on the deluxe pizza as well as the margarita. We're a little bit heavier on the ingredients than your standard pizza place, but we're big believers in giving people their money's worth. For the deluxe pizza, we'll start with mushrooms that we chop in-house, fresh onions, and fresh green peppers. Something that's unique about our pizza is the sausage. We use our own homemade sausage blend, and it does go onto the pizza raw, but it cooks with the pizza. A lot of places use mozzarella or a mozzarella provolone blend, but we believe in 100% provolone. Always have since day one. We're a well-known tradition on Friday nights in the area that's Giuseppe's night, and that tradition is passed down from grandparents to parents to children now, and what better testament to the quality of our food than having generations of customers from the same family.
Giuseppe's Pizza has been around for more than 50 years. They're located on East Caston Road in Akron.
It's pizza time at DiStefano's. How you doing, John?
Great, Dave. How about yourself?
Well, I'm feeling a little heat here.
Yeah?
It seems like this is the hot spot. We're sort of in the kitchen.
500 degrees worth of heat.
450, 500 degrees. This is really wild, too. You come into DiStefano's over here in Highland Heights on Highland Road, and you have no idea what's going on back here. It's almost like the duck on the pond, real calm. And you come in the back and they're making like this, making pizzas and making sauce, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we're a busy family. We sell a lot of food, a lot of pizza. Lunchtimes during the week is really big for us. And weekends we're very busy on the weekends too, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You guys been doing this almost 40 years?
47.
47 years, so look at that. So when you put this pizza together, I can't understand, you've been doing this 47 years, why does your pizza have a hole in the middle of it?
It's the way my parents started it.
It's sort of weird, man.
It's like a traditional way. In my mother's paese in Italy, that's the way they used to make them. And so my mother started making them that way, and we've made them ever since.
So how do you start? How do you put this pizza together?
Well, first we have to mix the dough, flour, water, salt, and yeast.
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. We mix the dough, and then we take, after the dough's ready, we take it to the table. We let it rest for a little bit, about 5 or 10 minutes. Then
If you don't let it rest, it comes right back.
yeah,
it won't stretch.
right. It needs to relax a little bit, the dough. And then what we do is we portion it up. We need the dough out by hand. We let the dough rest, then we stretch them out, put the sauce on, and then the magic happens in the oven.
The magic happens in the oven. And I noticed too that you guys don't put the cheese on when it first goes in the oven.
No.
Why is that?
Well, on some pizzas we do, but mostly not because it'll burn. Mm-hmm. Put it at the end, and it melts real nice, and it covers better that way.
So you guys have been doing this, hey, 47 years. And what are all the different kinds of pizzas? Because some of the pizzas look different than the pizzas you see like in a conventional pizza shop.
Correct. Well, we're pretty much old school, but we do a variety of vegetable pizzas. We do a plain red focaccia pizza.
And you guys bake a lot of bread here too.
Yes, every morning.
Yes. So what style bread is that? Is that calabrese?
Calabrese bread, right? It's a old, round, traditional bread. It's a harder crust, soft inside.
Like cake on the inside.
It's really good.
You know what's really great too about DiStefano's too? You come in here around noon, and it is a wild house in here because everyone's trying to buy your deli sandwiches.
Yeah, lunch to hot foods, lunch meats, bakery. It all works as one.
So the store up front, it's sort of quiet. You come back here and it's like, it's on fire.
Well, this time of day, but once lunch hits, it gets,
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. And you got all the imported stuff too. So, you know, like I like to cook great Italian food. You can't cook great Italian food without great Italian pieces and products, right?
Sure. Oh yeah. We have all the olive oils, the pastas, the olives,
Yeah.
cheeses from different countries.
Cookies aren't bad either.
No, the cookies are good too. My sister does a good job with the cannolis.
Boy, does she do a great job with the cannolis. My kids love them. Okay, time to get the pizza out. Well, here it comes, John. It looks beautiful now.
There you go.
So there it is, folks. Focaccia, pizza with a hole in it, right?
That's it.
DiStefano's. And the good thing about this is you can buy 4 or 5 kinds of pizza when you come here because people buy them by the slice, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so you can call up, order what you like, anything you like. John will make it for you. Or you can get a slice of each kind, take home 5 kinds of pizza, all in one box.
Correct.
Beautiful stuff. Cookies, great sandwiches in Highland Heights, the corner of what? Bishop and Highland, right?
Correct.
Right across the street from one of my favorite restaurants, Crostata. It's easy to find, hot corner. John, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave, so much.
Let's have some pizza. After the break, pizza for the people.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. This is Pizza for the People. We're right here in Ohio City. Check out Citizen Pie.
Citizen Pie is Neapolitan-style pizzeria, but we make old-school traditions, apply modern, unique toppings.
Today we're gonna make our special, a yellow margarita.
I was classically trained chef, but pizza was always my hobby, something I always did on my days off.
Fresh mozzarella, it's part cow, part buffalo milk.
First pizza was born in Naples, Italy, and it was made in these types of ovens, wood-fired only.
We have our smoked mozzarella cheese we use here.
Especially for cooking pizza with the Neapolitan volcanic Vesuvius mountain clay. And it's cooked at high temperature, 850, 900 degrees.
Special sweet cherry tomatoes.
Within 60 and 90 seconds. And dough is naturally leavened with the power of sourdough culture. But it's not sour, only room temperature with a blend of 3 unique Italian flours, non-GMO, organic, stone milled, and dough is alive. And it progresses through the day and trying to educate people and tell them that this gluten is not bad for you. It is naturally broken down from these sugars to complex sugars and complexity and deliciousness. The sauce, I sometimes don't even call the sauce because the red sauce it's tomatoes and salt, and something is being made every 24 hours to prevent the oxidation and that heartburn which sometimes tomatoes can give you.
You get a nice good color up top. Cheese is really melted. You give it a nice quick top roast to make sure everything is nicely cooked.
Very unique, high quality toppings like fresh mozzarella, made with part buffalo milk, part cow's milk by this Italian family.
Top with fresh dressed arugula.
Cured meats from San Francisco, the sausage from New York City. We want to put everything best of the best.
Fresh sliced prosciutto.
Pizza has bad rep in America, I think, and we try and educate people how to eat the pizza.
Fresh grated pecorino.
This pizza normally it's eaten with a knife and fork. We cut it, and you're supposed to fold New York style, and the pizza is soft and light as a cloud. You can eat the whole pie, and you don't have to feel like you have to, take a nap. The pizza does not belong, in my opinion, in the box. It has to be eaten right away with a nice glass of wine. My goal is to people come, order pizza, have a glass of wine, or beer, or water, and eat it hot and fresh right away. The idea there was that we want to make pizza for the people, which fits everyone's pizza expectations.
Here's a little something to keep in mind. Citizen Pie makes a set amount of dough each day, and when they sell out, they're out for the day. So I would suggest checking out the dough meter on their website before you head out the door and come here. They're again in Ohio City, and they also have one in Collinwood.
Our next stop is in wine country, in Madison. It's all about fast casual. You walk up, build your own pizza, and minutes later, sit down to eat. Here's Pizza Roto.
Pizza Roto is a fast casual pizza concept. You can come in, build your own pizza and salad the way you want it, and you get it fast.
So when the guest comes in, they go down there at the start. They can order one of the pizzas we've created, or they can build your own. So Addie's down there, she'll press out your dough. We press out all our dough by hand. And then they kind of walk down the line and pick their toppings. So they can eat it. So they're making a margarita pizza right now. Or they could just kind of choose their toppings as they go.
We do everything by hand, and when it goes into that oven, it's still fresh, and when it comes out, it's light and crispy and ready to eat. And with any of the specialty pizzas, you can customize them any way you want. You can add or subtract or make it however you want it. With sauces, we have around 45, which makes about 34 million different combinations of pizza you can get.
Fast casual is really kind of growing. It's a growing segment of the restaurant industry. And these places are kind of popping up around the country, and we wanted to kind of get in here and be the first in this area to do something like this.
We offer salads. There's a couple different options. You can choose between spring mix and romaine, and the sky's the limit on the salad. You can put anything you want on it, and we have about 6 dressings that you can choose from. Pizza salad, you start off with a pizza crust and top it with olive oil and Parmesan, and then you build your own salad. And when the crust is done baking, you put your salad right on top of it and eat it like a pizza. If I personally come here, I'm going to get the I'm in a meeting pizza, which is red sauce, mozzarella cheese, sausage, pepperoni, and crumbled meatballs. It's my favorite.
The secret is that you can make it however you want, and it's your pizza. It's not ours, it's yours.
Pizza Roto is on River Street in Madison, and you can see the sign from I-90, so it's easy to find. More pizza coming your way in just a few minutes.
I think I have found one of the coolest pizzerias in town here in Lakewood. John, this is Harlow's is the name of this place.
Harlow's, yep.
But when you come here, and even when you walk outside and you check out the outside of this place, you don't really feel like you're in Cleveland.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to design it that way. I mean, we wanted it to feel like you weren't necessarily hanging out in Lakewood for the day and kind of take a trip somewhere else for a minute, you know?
It's neat, and let me tell you, the pizza here, what I love about the menu is that it's short.
Yeah, so we kind of modeled it after one of our favorite pizzerias in Naples, which was Antica Pizzeria di Michele. And there, the space is a little bit larger than ours, but they only offer a marinara pizza and a margarita pizza. They have 2 options. And I knew that wouldn't necessarily fly in Lakewood, but we kind of wanted to keep it, yeah, so we went with 5. we wanted to keep it simple, kind of like what we saw there.
2 of them right here.
Yeah, so
These are big sellers. I'm sure that they all are big sellers. But that's this is the salami one?
This is the salami, so that one has Calabrian chilies on it, San Marzano tomato sauce, and salami.
And what about this one?
This one is the Leonardo, so this one is a white-based pizza, so you have the fresh mozz, pistachios, grape tomatoes, and arugula with some sea salt. It's like a salad, a pizza salad.
So I know, and you have 2 children.
We have 2
Harlow
children.
is your daughter, and Leonardo.
Right,
your son.
right.
So the pizza is named after.
We had to give Leo something, you know. So he got a pizza and he got the LLC. So technically, he owns everything. You know?
Okay, smart here. Now we're gonna whip up one more. The
We should-
traditional margarita.
I think we should
Come
go
on
with
back.
the classic margarita.
So you went over to Italy. You
Mm-hmm.
learned a lot, clearly. So was coming from your background, was it different for you or interesting to start making dough like this?
Oh
And
my
how
God.
hard was it?
It was a journey. It was definitely a journey. So when we started traveling, we first went to New York for a week, and we had our daughter with us, who was 1 year old at the time, and then we took her to Italy with us, and then she came to Toronto with us while we were like learning the whole Neapolitan pizza world, and she became the biggest pizza snob I have ever seen. So
At a very young age.
At a very young age, and so it took months and months of trial and error and experimenting with things before she would actually like eat one of my pizzas.
Wow, so we used her as the taste tester,
Yeah,
basically.
so
If she didn't like it, it's out.
It was like that, but you know, kids are the biggest critics, and if you can get them to eat an entire pizza, you're on a good
gonna
track.
get out of your way
No,
here.
you're fine.
So that you can see him make this. So this is obviously a huge seller.
Yeah, the margarita is a classic. You can't go wrong with that. I never get sick of the margarita. I feel like it's my desert island food.
All right, I'm gonna let you put that together. We're gonna throw it in the oven real quick.
For sure.
Look how amazing that looks. Oh, okay, so if you want to come in here for a pizza or 2 or 3 or 4, or technically 5 if you want to on the menu, right? We're just about at the corner of Madison and Lincoln.
Right, yep.
You're closed Sundays, Mondays?
Closed Sundays and Mondays, yeah. Tuesday through Thursday from 5 to 10, Friday, Saturday from 5 to midnight.
So, and you can go to their website again too to find out all the details on when you can come and hang out.
Absolutely, harlowspizza.com.
Explore this really cool vibe in here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
gonna dig in and eat some pizza now if that's
Absolutely.
okay with you.
I hope so.
I'm going with
Yeah.
the margarita.
You can't go wrong with a slice from this next stop, Scotti's Italian Eatery. You're about to learn the secret to why their pizza is so good.
The important thing about making good Italian food is being consistent. Not everybody's going to like what you serve, and if they know what to expect from you, and it's what they like, they'll come back as long as the service is good and the consistency's there and the prices are reasonable and the place is clean. You'll do fine. The people that come to my restaurant, it's hard to say, it's not just one type of customer. I'm getting people from that live in the neighborhood. I get people from the businesses that they work in the neighborhood. Then I've got a whole other group of people that are traveling along I-90 and are going to events downtown. I mean, I've got a lot of people that drive 20 miles to come and see me on a consistent basis because they like what we're doing here. The great thing about being on 185th Street is that you're in a real diverse community. And there's all sorts of different kind of people coming in all the time, and families, doctors, teachers, lawyers. The people working here are all from the neighborhood, pretty much. We get a lot of St. Joe's, Villangelo St. Joe's kids that work here, and a lot of them have been working here a long time. I don't get much turnover. I fill a really important niche for the neighborhood, so it makes business a little bit easier knowing that, you know, people really, they kind of need the service that you're providing to them. A lot of the dishes that you're getting, it's not hard to put a nice plate of food in front of them and still make a living. People like that, the fact that they can eat their meal and take half of it home for lunch and have the next day. They're not spending a lot of money, and every time they come in, they're getting a consistently good quality meal. The things that go into making a good pizza start with the ingredients. You have to start with quality ingredients, and I think you have to have a system for preparing the pizza, cooking the pizza, and serving the pizza. We have an old school rotating oven that cooks a pizza a certain way that you don't really find anymore. And we use top quality ingredients. We use the best cheese I can buy. And the sauce has a little bit of a ting to it, so a little bit of a kick. So you put all that together and it turns out to be a good pizza. The thing I think people need to know that's important about Scotti's is that we serve high quality food at reasonable prices. And because I own the place and we don't have a lot of overhead, we can afford to put our money into things that the customers can appreciate and not have to spend more than they should be spending on it. So at the end of the day, we give quality food, reasonable prices, good service, and a clean environment. I love it. I love doing what I'm doing.
Scotti's Italian Eatery is on East 185th Street. When we return, a supersized slice of pizza. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. This next place likes pizza to be big, really big. Check out Crust.
It's just an old school, make everything from scratch. We like to do a dough starter, and then it's like a 3-day process, so the dough has a nice chew and the crust is always perfect on it. It's just salt, water, and yeast. We have a medium pizza, a large, and then we have our destroyer, the 32 by 32 5-pound dough ball. That's kind of the main draw. The pizzas are about 15 inches long, about a pound, pound and a half, depending on the day, depending on the rise of the dough, and depending on the toppings. So you can come in and get a slice for $4.50, and then you could start from there and add anything on our menu. You can go as far as a fried egg, Spanish chorizo, goat cheese, fresh arugula, balsamic glaze, and you can work it from there. Every crust has a nice amount of garlic oil. This gets it, the crust, especially on this size, like a nice big breadstick. Kosher salt, little pecorino on the crust, and a lot of the good grande mozzarella finish. $5.50 bake, right in the stuff. We do a lot of cured meats, Spanish chorizo, the finocchiona, capicola. We make our homemade gnocchi from scratch. We hand roll it. We do a batch probably every day, so it's very fresh. So you can get a pasta, roasted tomato, a mixed mushroom, or you can just do your standard marinara. And if you don't like the gnocchi, we just have a light penne pasta as well. The subs are great. We make great meatballs from scratch, and that's probably the #1 seller. And then we have a new appetizer menu here. So you can get fried mozzarella balls, pan-cut french fries. We have a burrata antipasto that's really good if you want something light to start. And then our salads are amazing. You could split it 6 different ways for one salad here. When this space became available, it was like a no-brainer. We have air conditioning. We now have an addition of a bar, and you can get a great mixed drink, craft beer with your slice. And then with the visible voice upstairs. If we're busy down here, you can go upstairs, browse, we'll call you, can come down, and then a great parking lot in Tremont. So you can come and park and pick up and come in and grab and go very easily. It's kind of a nice mesh with the two businesses together. On a busy Friday night, you cannot beat the rush of, 200, 300 covers going in and out, and the action and the people that come and going, especially when they just love your food and they tell you, it makes it all worth it at the end of the day.
Crust has 2 locations in Northeast Ohio. We checked them out in Tremont on Professor Avenue.
I hope you're hungry right now. It's time to eat some pizza. We found my Pizzetta here in North Royalton. The best part about it, check this out.
Hi, thanks for choosing my Pizzetta. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing awesome, thanks.
So, okay, this is my first time here. I'm
Okay.
looking at all the numbers on the menu, so I can just throw out some numbers at you and we can create our own pizza here.
That's it.
So let's start. I'm gonna do 1,
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 41, and 49.
Awesome, sounds great.
All right, thank you so much. This looks so good. Whoa!
There
Check
it is.
this out. No, you must be Paul.
That's me.
You're the owner here?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want to see what this pizza looks like? Oh, that looks so delicious. How fast does it take to make one of these?
About 3 minutes.
I mean, seriously, that looks delicious. All right, I'm gonna put this in here because we're here with New Day Cleveland. I think you knew we might be coming.
I had a suspicion.
So, but you know, we need to see how things really work.
Absolutely, come on in.
So why don't we go in? I know people don't normally get to walk in your store.
No, you are. This is a privileged event right now.
We're giving you behind the scenes looks here, folks. All right, let's hit it. I'll be right in, okay?
Right.
I'm keeping the pizza though. Hey, Paul.
Hey there.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Yeah, right?
Look at that oven. All right, now we'll get to that in just a minute because I know that's where the magic really happens
That's
when
it,
it comes
that's
to the
it.
pizza. Can we get to making one of the pizzas
Absolutely,
first?
absolutely. So you told me you really like margarita pizzas,
I
right?
love margarita pizzas,
Awesome.
yes.
All right, well, that's what we're gonna do. It's like one of our favorites here.
All right.
We do specialize in a Neapolitan style pizza. That's really like traditional style pizza, so it's a good choice.
Now you're just kneading through the dough here. Does it make it better than maybe others depending on the way
Yeah.
you knead through the dough?
You know, we tried some different processes when we first started. We used to use a press. We just found it wasn't kind of getting the result that we wanted.
Okay.
You get thin spots and things like that in the pizzas. So we just went to hand stretching. We found that, you know, in a time-sensitive kind of environment that we're in,
Sure.
we can actually do it just as quick using our hands as we can with a pizza press. So,
Because you make these things fast.
yeah. So we're gonna take our margarita sauce here. All right.
Oh, so you have a traditional?
Yeah.
Which one's the spicy?
So this is the spicy, and then this is
Okay.
the margarita right here. Okay. So this is actually just crushed Roma tomatoes. Oops, a little spill.
It's all right, it gets a little messy.
Yeah.
We don't mind.
And some chopped garlic.
Oh, you can smell that garlic too. It smells so
Yeah, that's
good.
really the great thing about a good margarita pizza. It's got to have that garlic in it. So we're going to take our fresh mozzarella here.
Okay.
So we got the fresh mozz on there.
All right, now just the tomatoes and the
Yeah.
basil?
Yeah, basically we're going to throw the Roma tomatoes on there. We're going to throw this in the oven. It's a very simple pizza to make. You want to throw this
Pretty
in?
decent. I mean, I might be able to help you when you have a busy day going on. I'm
Okay,
just
yeah,
saying.
no, for sure.
Where's our basil?
You're hired. Okay, basil we're going to get to. This has got to cook first. You
Okay,
can't.
we don't put the basil on?
Right, you'll just cook it right up. It'll just be charred little
Oh,
pieces
we don't want
of.
that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so we're
All
going
right.
to throw that in.
So we shake it, make sure it's nice and loose.
And what kind of oven is this?
This is a Maraforni oven. It is a brick oven. Takes about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Minute and a half to 2 minutes to get your pizza. This is quick cuisine dining. in
That's
my
it. That's
opinion.
it. That's right. Absolutely. And you know, one thing we've definitely put a focus on is quality, making sure that the stuff that we're serving, we know what's in it. You know, we make everything in house in this oven: chicken, bacon, meatballs, everything is basically homemade. My parents are actually kind of the brainchild behind this whole thing. They would go to Italy once a summer. They're retired educators, and they went into a pizza place and found that they were making these pizzas so quick. So my dad knows a little bit of Italian, and he goes to talk to the manager, and he gets him to show him the oven, and they kind of just put this clicked. You know, it's like, wow, we can do this in 2 to 3 minutes. That's drive-through time. You know, and so they came back from Italy and they were like, hey, what do you think about this idea? And I was like, I think
It works.
it works. All right, so this bad boy's ready.
Look how good that looks. We're right here in North Royalton. My Pizzetta.
That's it. My
I gotta get
Pizzetta.
a little bit of Italian accent going.
Yeah.
What road are we on again?
We're on State Road.
On State Road.
Yep, right here in North Royalton, about 500 feet south of Route 82.
Come check them out. It is well worth the trip. The pizza. I mean, look at this. I'll let you finish that up.
All right.
Still to come, one of David's favorite places to grab a slice.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Of course, I'm not supposed to have my favorite. This is a pizza show, right? But I do have a favorite, and it happens to be Crostatas. This is my friend John Quagliata. Did I say that right?
It's my favorite also, by the way, this place.
A lot of guys just call him John Q. But what I like about this place is it's one of those authentic neighborhood Italian restaurants where everything you make here it's beautiful. I mean, right, the appetizers all the way to the entrees.
We try very hard.
Yeah, so okay, who's this guy making a pizza and what kind of pizza is he gonna make for us?
It's Caesar. I don't know if he knows what he's doing, but we're gonna give him a chance now because he's on the air.
Okay.
He's gonna make a little classical pizza for us.
A classical pizza.
Yeah.
So how long does it take for one of these pizzas to bake?
It takes about 2 minutes to bake them.
Two
minutes to make them and 2 minutes to bake them.
What's he got on here now?
We've got mushrooms on there, roasted red peppers, and buffalo milk mozzarella. And we roasted tomatoes. And we cook the mushrooms. And we do everything here except make the cheese. Maselli makes the cheese.
I've always enjoyed the antipasta here that you guys have, and the great raviolis and the pastas and stuff. But you're getting into more entrees now too.
Well, we have sea bass, we have cod, we have raviolis, cavatellis, we have strip steak, we have a fillet also. We try to, everybody doesn't want to eat pizza every night, so we had to add.
Yeah.
We kept living here 10 years now, so we keep adding something all the time.
I don't live too far from here, so that's why I was saying it's my favorite place, and I come here a lot. And one of the things I almost over-order every time I come. I have to have the antipasta.
Well,
I gotta try some raviolis.
You spend more money. That's good for us.
And the pizzas are just fantastic. And these aren't the kind of pizzas that you call. People don't take these out often, do they?
Well, we sell an awful lot of them to go. I don't really like to sell them to go because they don't walk so well. Because they're better to eat right here after they're made right out of the oven and on the table. But we do a nice to-go business.
You guys win awards for these pizzas too.
I can't understand it. Yes, well, I don't know if we won an award, but we didn't. We came in somewhere.
That's really good.
I think maybe second place or whatever it was. We were there for a while.
Okay, check it out. That happened pretty fast, John.
It's a nice job. No doubt about it.
I gotta tell you, this is a cozy spot too. We're at the corner of Bishop and Highland,
we're baking
right?
at 700 degrees. Also.
700 degrees? Well, that's why it feels so nice and cozy right here.
It's nice and warm.
So we're at the corner of Bishop and Highland, right?
Correct.
Okay, it's a cute little building, I'll tell you that. And when you get inside, the people are even nicer. So there you have it, folks. The Pizza Classico, right? That's one of 16 different kinds?
Yes.
When you come in, look for John, ask for John, and of course, anyone you talk to is going to be very nice, especially the lady's been working for you for a while here, huh?
Yeah, only 9 years. She's been here 9 years.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
He's only been here 6.
Okay, check this out, guys. This is it. And this just happens to be my favorite pizza. Should I tear a little basil on it there?
Oh, definitely.
There we go. There it is. I've got it. As I say goodbye, it's time to find out what Natalie's up to.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Don't get anything on your soup.
What makes our next stop extra special? It's a pizzeria owned by a farming family, which means you are getting fresh ingredients. This is Sirna's.
We weren't going to get into the restaurant business because a farm is plenty enough work. And then we one day decided that why not have a little more, I guess.
Originally, I didn't want to do it, but my daughter and my wife wanted to do it, so we jumped in and we took a restaurant that was down in the pits and turned it around. We entered a Northeastern Ohio contest, and we were only open 8 months, and we won Best Pizza in Lake and Geauga County and 7th in Northeastern Ohio.
It was a good opportunity for the farm because we can kind of bring our excess products from the farm here, distribute them to the pizza shop, use fresh and local products, and support the community. There's nothing around, so there's a good opportunity just in supply and demand. Everything's handmade here. We hand press our dough, we make our sauce from scratch. All of our vegetables come straight from the farm. Daily, we actually go back and forth from the farm, which is nice because we're so close. Cheese is local, herbs are all local from Great Lakes growers. So even if we're not bringing it in ourselves through our farm, we're supporting our community by supporting these small businesses. Right now I'm making our Meat Lovers pizza. It's our most popular because it has our homemade sausage and our homemade bacon, as well as an old-fashioned pepperoni. And they're all really high quality products. Our bacon is a newer product at Sirna's farm. We launched that about 3 years ago, and that's a nitrate-free bacon. So that's also a very high quality bacon that we produce in small batches. And this is our homemade sausage. This is my grandpa's recipe. That's been in our family for 80 some years. It's the first sandwich they served at our grandparents' bar, Sirna's Cafe in Bedford, and they're still open in business, so it's a great sausage. We use premium pork butts, pork, salt, and spices. It's a natural casing. There's no water, no additives, no preservatives. As good as it can get. It's a lot of work to have the pizza shop on top of the farm, but it's incredibly rewarding to be able to feed people in a different manner than our farm. It's nice to see our pizzas be made and people keep coming back, so we're happy to be here.
Sirna's Pizzeria is located on East Washington Street in Chagrin Falls. After the break, a flatbread and a bottle of wine. We'll be back. Welcome back to our New Day Cleveland pizza party. You are going to need something probably to go along with all that pizza. How about a glass of wine? This next stop has plenty of that and a couple of flatbreads to fill you up.
Well, our philosophy at the Old Wine Cellar Bistro and Bottle Shop is to carry wines, small boutique wines that don't get the shelf time or the face time at the big box store, grocery stores. All of these are hands-on. The winemakers treat their wines like their children, and so they're small production, most 3,000 cases or less, and that's who we try to support, and then they support us in return. At our old store, we always did wine tastings on the weekends, had themed wine tastings, and they were hugely popular. Then we would go out to have something to eat afterwards. So we decided, wow, you know, if we had some place where people could eat, they'd stay. After 4 years, we found the right chef that we've known since he was in diapers.
Our menu is really eclectic, so I just use techniques from different countries and everywhere I've been, in the United States as well, and kind of combine it all just to pair with wine. So it's kind of really an eclectic menu. In front of me, I have a duck prosciutto flatbread. We make the duck prosciutto in-house. It's dressed with a whipped ricotta with sage and roasted garlic. This in the middle here, this is mussels and clams. So you make a little house chorizo. You throw that in a pan with some fat, and then you're gonna throw pickled green tomatoes in there, Ohio sweet corn, shallots, and let it rock with some white wine. Steam it until they all open up, mount with butter, fried some kale, throw that on top, a little house-made focaccia bread for sopping up the juices. Over here we have a crowd favorite. This is the Brussels sprouts. So this is done in a super traditional French technique way, face down, pan fried, take the fat out, throw a little honey and vinegar in there and make a mi-cuit gastrique. So you just caramelize the honey and reduce the vinegar. Well, my next venture is in packaged foods. I'm making something called My Nuts. They are almonds, walnuts, pepita seeds, and they're sweet, salty, and savory. They're really good. They pair with any food or beer or wine or anything fun.
it's like Cheers, you know, everybody knows each other that comes in here. And when we first started, the one wonderful thing about these wines and the wine tastings, particularly on the weekends, every Friday and Saturday we have them, you'll have bikers sitting next to doctors, construction workers with nurses, and you know, and they become best friends. They actually travel together. The only thing they have in common is the wine. If you've not been here, you shouldn't be afraid of, number one, pricing. Our prices are state minimum, just like everybody else, and we're not snobs. A large part of my clientele are people who don't drink wine. They just want to get a bottle that's not going to embarrass them when they go to somebody else's house, and we take care of them just like we do the person looking for the nice, expensive bottle of wine.
The Old Wine Cellar is on Main Street in Olmsted Falls, but they are closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Because you can never have too much pizza, we have one more stop, and there's a good chance you've already been there. This is Danny Boy's.
Danny Boy's is an Italian-American restaurant, family-owned and operated. My husband and I are here. This is our third location here on Lorraine Road in North Olmsted. Danny Boy's has all of our originals and the old favorites. Everything from our angel hair veggie pizza to our Rat Pack pizzas. We have this great new little solo pizza.
This is an individual size. Nice for lunch, you know, if you want to do this in a salad.
We also have burgers, which have been wonderful. Everything from arugula and an onion ring and fried egg on the burger. One thing we're really known for is our breadsticks. Everything comes with breadsticks except maybe pizza. So, you know, you always have a little to take home, but it's something that people look forward to, and that's what they come here for. And they say, you know, they bring their friends and say, oh my gosh, you have to try the breadsticks.
Olive oil crust.
One of my favorites are Rat Pack pizzas. Peter's Rat Pack, and it has fresh basil and tomato on it, a little granulated garlic and cheese and olive oil, and it's one of my favorite pizzas. Any of our pizzas can come in a thin crust, which is a great option that I don't know that everybody thinks about. If you don't feel like pizza and you don't want a burger, we do have wonderful salads, and they are all fresh. We have a great lemon asparagus salad, but we also have really nice pasta dishes.
Stoplight pasta starts with a little butter, a little wing sauce, choice of meat, either shrimp, Italian sausage, or grilled chicken. Today we're using shrimp, red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers.
We wanted to make it feel like Rocky River. So we have the hallway to mimic Rocky River, but then the nice surprise is that there's so many more tables. We have a full bar. We have like 12 drafts available, and they rotate, and we have Fatheads and Great Lakes, and try and keep it all the local people that take care of us, and we take care of each other. But the same feel of, you know, all the Sinatra memorabilia. You can definitely get a different experience every time you're here by what you choose to eat. We really want everyone to be welcomed and come here and enjoy and take away something that maybe they didn't have anywhere else.
That was the Danny Boy's in North Olmsted. Of course, there are several other locations in the area. Well, pizza lovers, that's going to do it for us today. You can find a complete list of all the pizza places we visited on our website. So, on behalf of Natalie Herbeck, I'm David Moss, and guess what? We'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland.